Hi everyone, welcome back to David at Go To Hobbies. Right, continuing the saga of truck drivers. No more you. Sorry, dog wants a biscuit. Get down. Go on, off you go. The problem being is there's no newbies coming into the business, and it's bear with. Sorry. So someone wanted to get on my lap. This is Rosie. So yeah, as a long-term lorry driving career, when I started, things were totally different. Yes, there was nutters on the road, but the insanity of nowadays is totally different. And I'll be honest with you, there's enough to put the hardened truck driver off. The insanity of the roads. It's not so the roads, is it? It's the people that drive on it. And if you want the honest truth, there's no policing. It's absolutely dire. And you think to yourself, no wonder the state of the country is what it is. But in the next few years, it's not about us elderly drivers holding down the wages, not in the slightest. It's more like foreign drivers coming to this country, bringing loads in and taking our work. That is why people in this road haulage in the UK don't put bums on seats, because they've got foreign drivers to do the job. So instead of blaming us old drivers, think about the consequences of what these foreign drivers are doing to the UK haulage industry. And for young drivers that are coming into the industry, it's the only way to get the experience, and the minimum is 2 years. And you never stop learning when you're driving. There's always something you either think to yourself, I should have done that. At least you need to learn by it. But the problem also, hang on, another dog you want sorting out. Bear with. Right, where was I? Forgotten. But never mind, let's carry on. Now, the problem, come on in, up you come. Come on in. There we go. Someone wants to have a fuss. There's no new blood coming into it. And who rightly wants to do this job where you've got companies treating you like crap? You've got transport managers that are dictators, telling you what you can and can't do, and basically laying down the law. And then you've got warehouse staff, and you've got forklift drivers, and then you've got people on the road that don't know what they're doing. And if you want the honest truth, it's a right hell of a job. Who wants to do this job? Get paid peanuts, right? Work all the hours under the sun, work for arseholes, get treated like a second-hand person. Well, that's being polite. And then you think to yourself, for what? And no wonder people don't want to do this job, because you get so badly treated. You get pissed about so much, and you just think to yourself, when people tell you and you find out you can earn more money by filling the shelves in a supermarket, what does that tell you? You're not valued. This is a highly skilled job, but unfortunately, there's a lot of drivers out there that bring this business into disrepute. In other words, giving us drivers a bad name. I've seen it all over the years, and to be honest with you, there should be a attitude better than what it is. It should be really treated as a professional job. And if people can't grasp the basics of this business and act professionally and drive professionally, then we are just going to get treated the same. And the trouble is people's attitudes, and people just don't give a flipping toss. I'll give you another example. On Thursday, right, I nearly got killed because a Williams Stowart tanker driver decides to overtake me on a narrow lane, right, and he was it is absolutely unbelievable. Oh yeah, I will name the company, because at the end of the day, the drivers are the company's image. And if the drivers are letting down the company, then the company needs to do something about the drivers. It's just like the post office. I had a lippy young man giving me all the mouth because I was parked legally at the side of the road. But guess what? Us drivers, we get the blame for everything, because the driver in the little pickup transit van, moved his vehicle into the road from where he is parked, so to block access and cause a problem. That's just one example. And then you get other people, right, cutting you up. I had a motorist cut me up. He pulled in so near to my truck, I couldn't even see his back window. That's how close he was. And, hey, stop it. And you think to yourself, no wonder these drivers get killed, because they are just not with it at all. And you think to yourself, is it time to hang up my keys and say enough is enough? Because these mindless morons are getting no better. And you think to yourself, I went back into the driving, right? I had my own company, I was doing balloting, right? I didn't have to, but I did it because there was a national driver shortage. Wait, pack it up. No. And I thought to myself, dogs. I thought to myself, at least I'll do some good. So, Rosie, pack it up. No. Doggy's playing up. And you think to yourself, was it really worth it? No, it wasn't. Because nothing has changed. There's still the stupidity on the roads. There's still the mindless HGV drivers acting like flipping morons. And all the time, professional drivers drive like that, with no consideration for safety, no consideration for life. Come here. Come on then. Right, you come. Here we go. So you think to yourself, there's no consideration for life. And they're just destroying their own career and our profession as a HGV driver. And no wonder people don't want to come to this business, where you've got arseholes like that, behaving like that, and driving a HGV vehicle. It's absolutely ludicrous. And whenever you want a policeman, they're never there. They're either stopping learner drivers, like I made a video of. For what? Wasting police time. There's more important crimes to be fought. But What was it? A routine check? Did they have suspicions of that person committing a crime? Do you think they warranted a stop? No, completely, utterly wasting police resources. And this is why there's so many criminals out there, bad motorists, flaunting the law and getting away with it. The police in this country is a joke. It is an absolute laughing stock. The frustrating thing is, excuse me, stop it. The frustrating point is, we are paying our taxes for the law to behave in a way that gives us best value for money. And when you see on YouTube a learner driver and instructor getting pulled over, it's not the first time, and it probably won't be the last time. But what I don't understand about our police forces is that, yeah, that's an easy check. That's an easy nick, if there is one. But instead of going after these people that are flaunting the law on the motorways or sitting at traffic lights using their mobile phones, there's so many opportunities for the police to make a shed load of money. But they don't. They haven't got it up top. They just don't figure it out. And how can you say that's effective policing? It's not. It's wasting valuable police resources on trivial stops, which are not necessary. And I said it again, and that is the police need to do better. Because criminals are getting away with bloody murder. People are using their mobile phones. People are breaking the law. You just got to sit on the top of a motorway bridge and watch the mindless morons, the way they drive. It doesn't matter whether you're a car driver, an Arctic driver, because they're all as bad as each other. Right. Now you understand why nobody in their right mind would become a HGV driver. For poor pay, poor conditions, lack of law enforcement, and when you ever need a policeman, they're never there. It's a complete, utter joke. Years ago, when I passed my HGV test, I got a HGV book, a little wallet, like a license book. And that meant something. And then it just went to a paper form. Then it went on to your car license, and now you got a driver's digicard and a CPC card. But what's improved? Nothing. The driving conditions have actually got worse. People's attitudes is careless, to say the least. And we're living in a lawless society, basically, because you go up and down the motorway or on a particular road and you just stand there and do a bit of observation, and you will be surprised how many people are actually breaking the law. I've seen Range Rover drivers. I've seen taxi drivers. I've seen van drivers, HGV drivers, car drivers, all using mobile phones, texting, talking on them. Don't need me to tell you, see it for yourself. And where is a police officer to stop these drivers. It's all very well too late. People getting killed, which this is happening. And that's not just the only thing. The state of the roads. You go along the M1, junction 18, the road after the concrete bridge part where the concrete stops and the tarmac carries on, the road dips down so significantly, your stuff in the cab literally goes off and down again. And your seat, you nearly hit the flipping roof of your cab. The M1 over Pacific bridges, but this is across the country now. The road surfaces are getting absolutely dangerous. Nothing's been done properly about it. I've reported to the police twice of junction 18. They've done one repair to it, but it is literally worse because instead of levelling the road surface, they actually raised it, and there's a dip there still. It's no better. Another instance is in Green Lane, Tamworth, just outside Tamworth Services. A manhole cover literally sank in the ground. One of the sort of corner pieces come out the ground, was on the grass, and the other bit was almost in place but pointing upwards. I stopped my truck. I called the police. Why I did that was basically protect other road users from having an accident. But this is the state of the roads. No one's doing preventive maintenance. And you wonder why people don't want to come into this industry. It's not just one thing. It's a multiple things. Who in their right minds wants to drive a truck and face death on the roads every day? The roads are not being repaired. The motorways and other roads are literally lawless because there's no one policing. And when you ever do see a policeman, it's like rare as rocking horse dust. There's probably another word for that, but you know what I mean. And you think to yourself, people don't want this job. And I don't blame them either. So there you go. Who in their right mind would have become a HGV driver now, where you can earn more money filling shelves? Less stress. Go home to see your family every night. Earn more money. Less risk. Not get treated by arseholes. Not sworn at. Not insulted by post office drivers. Not nearly killed by tanker drivers. There is multiple types of drivers, but the two worst types of drivers is tanker drivers and tipper drivers. I was once a tipper driver, but I never used to drive like those arseholes because they're rushing around to get their load off. I could name loads of companies the way they're bad drivers, but I'm just pointing out a few. The only way to deal with this is to write to MPs. I know it's a complete waste of time, but you know, they're absolutely useless. And this government, well, what can I say? Well, I'll tell you what I think. They're a bunch of flipping morons. And you just think, why? Absolutely, why? What is the state of this country? I've never known this country so bad. The policing is virtually non-existent. The roads are in a terrible state. people's attitude is absolutely disgraceful. And it's not me, it's other people. And every day I risk my life so people can have the benefits of those products delivered. And what recognition do I get? I do my job. Hopefully go home every night. Well, actually, no, I'm on night out. Hopefully I park up in one piece and live to see the next day. So no wonder. Let me know what you think. It's quite an eye-opener, this video. And to be honest with you, don't become a lorry driver. That's my honest opinion. And then it's not just a very brief thing. Then you got theft of your diesel. You got slashing of the curtains. And trying to find a safe place to park because there might be robbery of your load. Is everything that goes against, and this country is literally lawless. And there's your answer. Who in the right mind would become a HGV driver? What I know now, I wish I knew then, and perhaps I might have chose a different career. So there you go. Forewarned is forearmed. Make your own decision up. Please leave a comment below. Please like, share and subscribe. See you in the next video, everyone. Take care.